I'm taking a break from the 57 wagon to do a little bit of a honey want to, not a honey do. Because I love my woman and I want to do this for her. I'm excited about making this little thing for her. So what this is making a hoof stand so that she can file down the hoof on her horses. They're kind of expensive. I didn't have no clue, but figured, yeah, we could build one for less. So we went to a recycle place and found an old disc, the outside edge disc, and it's pretty rusty and crusty, but it's got a little bit of weight, but not too much. I think it'll be good. And so then when you got this, I'll put this piece on top, and then in that piece, I have another piece that'll slide up and down in there. I'll drill a hole here and put some holes in this so you can have it at different heights. And then I got this, which is an 1 7/8 ball. I'll tack that guy in there, and that's what you put the hoof on. That'll work pretty good. And then I got this feller. Looks like this here, and it's got a little magnet on it. Ow! It sucks down pretty good. So I took the handle part off, and I got the magnet part. Then I'll tack weld that on the side, like that. And then my honey bunch can, ouch! That thing sucks on there nice. Can put her file on there, her rasp, and she won't have to keep picking it up off the ground. So that's the idea. That's the honey want to. Okay? So let's get to it. Well, let's get going on this thing. First I got to take and clean the spot here where I can weld that on there. I got to go straighten this out first. getting a little dark. I had to get some light. This is pretty smooth on top, and we need it to kind of have some gription. It's just a chrome or polished out ball hitch. So I need to cut some grooves in it this way and then this way, so that when she puts that hoof on there, it'll kind of grip it instead of just sliding off real slick. We'll see how this works out. Crosshatch in there. You see it in the light how he went two different directions. So now it's got pretty good grip on there. And I kind of tried to take some of the shiny off the sides here a little bit too. Worked pretty good. It's got good grip on it now. I think it'll work good. We'll paint it all black and everything, but yeah, I think that'll work. Pretty good, huh? Well, I think that's all I'm going to do for tonight. We'll do a test fit in the morning and have my honey bunch put her horse pop up on that thing and see if it's going to work. I'll show you what it kind of looks like at this point. I got a few other things to do to it, but let's go look at it. She is right there. Put this guy in there. There we go. So, I got some more stuff to put on it yet, but we're getting there. This stuff always takes longer than you'd think. Alright, see you later. Take and cut a couple inches off of here so you can have this sit down inside there a little farther so you can have a little bit more adjustment. So that, we're going to mark it off here. looks nice. Can you see it? That looks good now. You're looking good. Alright. Now I just gotta cut the other one. Good. And then now we are about 15, I guess. That'll work. That'll work. That'll work. We're about 15 right there. So then I gotta drill my holes. I gotta drill one hole in this, and then I'll put multiple holes in this every so many inches, so she can raise that up and have it be as tall as she needs. Gonna drill a hole in here to be able to have this in. So ultimately I'll have to drill some holes in that, but I need my main hole in this to run the bolt through for all this. I'm gonna try to have that drilled out with that in there. We'll see if this is gonna work or not, but that's not good at all. Oh man, that's not good. Ah, there we go. That's even worse. I broke it off. Ah, that sucks. I did not want to come out of there. There we go. Little WD-40 does amazing. Nice tight fit. My hole ain't straight, but we'll run with it. Okay, so now I need to make another one 2 inches, and another one 2 inches, another one 2 inches. I guess I'm gonna have to do that quite a ways. So I'll have to measure from here, 2, 2, 2, and 2. Or at least 3 more of them that size. So I'll get that done. So I want some way to hold this thing and pack it, and I got this little wrench, and I kind of want to put it on down here so you have some way to hang on to this thing and pack it around. This here, I want to weld it on there like that, but this is facing the wrong way, so I want to twist that if I can. I'm going to try to heat it up and then twist this around so it matches this guy, so we'll see if I can do that. I'm trying to create a pocket for the file to fit into. I'm thinking I might set it in here like this, and then I'll cut the top out of that so that this thing will slide down in there. Actually, might have made it too long. It's gonna need to be a little shorter. Yeah, it's gonna need to be a little shorter. So I got to cut the top of this out here so this thing can sit down in there. So I better do that, I guess. Well, I got the bottom runner for the file to set into, cradle it, and I need a stop at the end, so I'm going to try to weld this little guy inside there for a stopper.
harness rings. These are off an old horse harness. I'm going to tack weld that on there so that the file can be in that groove but can't pop out. So I'm going to weld them in place there. Hopefully that'll do the trick. It's trying to rain on me here. And that can slide in there and can't come out. I got that little end on there. It's rounded so it tries to pop up a little bit, but it still can't come out with that ring on there. I think I might put another one right here. So that once you slide that in, then it can just set in there. Maybe this, I'm going to put this second ring on here, right here. I think that's about where we could use it. We'll try that. Nice. And that'll be able to slide right in there. You can't come out. By the way, that's a little hot. Whew. That's a little warm, gotta say. Especially if you have a hole in your glove. Oh yeah, that's great. Yeah, got a few bubbles in the bottom of my piece here because it's. We got a file, we'll just keep filing it. Yeah, that'll work. Alright. Not perfect, but I think it'll work. I gotta get this thing welded in place here. And it's gotta be around this thing just right, so that when the file's in there, and you pick this up, and carry it by that handle I got, that it'll still have the file try to stay in place. So I think something about like that would work. Can't come out. And I gotta have that be low enough that you can get this bolt out. So I'm gonna have to go a little lower, I guess. Like that would work. And we can still get that bolt out. I like that right there. dark out. It's getting a little chilly out, but I'm gonna put some paint on this thing anyway. So got it all done. Got these old rings off of some old harnesses. Lord only knows how many trips out in the field and how much harvest and everything else that those rings came off of that big leather harness for some old workhorses. You never know. They got some history that could be told, and we don't even know what it is. Mama wanted the top chrome because it's a trailer hitch ball. So we'll leave it like that. She might want to change her mind, who knows. She might want it painted after it's all said and done. My holes aren't so perfectly square or straight, but they don't need to be. I'll show you when it's all done. Well, here we are, finished product. I got Mama's hoof holder all done. I got it sitting at about 17 and a half inches right now. Right here you can change this pin and you can lift this up or down to put it in. I had an old wrench, a 9/16 and a half inch. I had to heat it up as you see, and I had to put a twist in it so that I could have both of the ends down so I could weld it on. These are old rings off of old horse harness. That's what I'm thinking of, the old harness that them rings are off of. So we got her done. Come out looking pretty decent. And then she can just put her file in there and away she goes. So a trailer ball, an old wrench, some horse harness rings, and some old metal and a disc, plow disc. That's it. I'll give you a rundown on the price on this thing and what it costed me. I think the ball was $10 or something, and then the disc piece was $20. The 2 pieces of pipe, I think I spent $20 on maybe or so. So not too bad for the overall price, but they wanted $200 and some for one of these things. So got something custom built with a little bit of a twist to it. Literally. See what I did there?
Thanks for hanging with God Guy Garage. We got another project in the books. May God bless you and your family.